First thing, Travis, is just introduce yourself and explain a little bit about your business and the type of work you do and your team.
Yeah, so my name's Travis Fernie. I'm from Melbourne, Victoria. Just live in the city, sort of in central Melbourne. My background is air conditioning and electrical. So I've sort of always, for like 23 years, since my apprenticeship, always worked with electrical and air conditioning companies in here and in the UK as well. So I worked for the same sort of thing, worked at Wembley Stadium and all these different places and stuff. So it's always in that HVAC air conditioning business. And then I moved back here about 8 years ago, and then I started working for myself, and then started by myself. Then I got an apprentice, then I got another apprentice. Now I've got 5 apprentices now, I think, five and a tradesman. So things just get bigger and bigger as you move along. Sort of, one day you sort of wake up and you're running the show.
You've got a business kind of all of a sudden.
Yeah, but then like a year ago, I was watching your stuff about the last probably 6 months or so online. I told a few mates about it. And I was just, on a lot of the stuff you were saying, like, it's just ticking the boxes, you haven't got enough time. And there's like, you're making enough money and all these little things like don't work for free and back cost your jobs. And when I went back and when I first joined and I went back and back cost, it's like, Jesus Christ, I did some jobs like for nothing. I wasn't making any money. What's the point of me going to do these jobs? I'm not doing it. And then, like you say, why do jobs for free? Why do people favors? They don't do you favors. They don't come to your house and climb around in your house during the roof and get all dirty, so they can have an aircon. So I was like, shit, this isn't right. So then I went back and I got a website, I got uniforms, I got like policies in place with work. I've had a couple of blokes work for me, but then you just they're on the trial basis and it didn't work out. Like a couple of younger apprentices, their minds weren't on the job. So I found that I've got older apprentices. I'll use the adult apprentices.
Good idea.
They seem like they're more committed. They've got a family, got kids. They know what they want. They've done other jobs. So I found that was good. And then using some of the processes you guys got. Also got the terms of trade credit control. Got them in place. So I've using them. Just put them on my invoices and stuff. Just that, like you said, it's that having that gun in the pocket afterwards. If you've done,
man. That's your protection, yeah.
Yeah. So you need a bit of a smarten up because, like you say, no one. I went into this business. I went into starting as an electrician. I didn't learn any business skills all those days ago. And then you only learn it, and you need someone. You don't know it till you know it. So you need someone to tell you. So I was really appreciative of all that type of stuff.
Man. So you've touched on where things were at, and obviously you made a good start with the business, but it was full on in terms of you didn't have much time, and the cash flow wasn't there to pay you back for the effort you're putting in, and you had one kid and you had another one on the way, so life was it was about trying to get things under more control.
Yeah, and also like I've got a bookkeeper now, does all the bookkeeping stuff. He's over in the Philippines, which is quite good. Yeah. He's always on the emails. He's quite reasonably priced. So I found that was good. That sort of does all the times and the people's, looks after the BAS statements, all the crappy jobs that I was actually doing. And, I was doing them on Sunday. I remember sitting there like putting all the reconciling or, putting all the stuff into the software. I was like, why would I do that? That's just ridiculous. And he knows, he puts it at zero. That's his job. And you pay him $150 a week and he can do everything.
Perfect.
So it's those things. What else have I got?
Well, let's just talk about. You put a lot of things in place, which is good on you, man. Really respect that. So, what have been the results for you in terms of the changes you've made? For you, for the business, and
probably don't work. I don't work now. I don't work weekends anymore. I pretty much got the spare time because I've got the kids. They don't want you working the weekend. They look forward to seeing you on the weekend, and that's our time, So, I just don't work weekends. I just know that I'm not working the weekend. Bad luck. It's my time. I get home earlier as well now. We start at 7:30 or 4 o'clock. Pretty much get home like 4:30, 5 o'clock by the time to drive and stuff. So it cuts that back. You got more money as well. You can see the jobs, and I'm not saying yes to every job. Like I've got to take. I'm getting used to taking the hit. Like I'll put my prices up. If some people don't want it, well, you get used to saying that. Oh, it's fair enough. But you can lose that 20%, like you said. You lose that 20% but it's still okay. You're not working as hard, but you're still making the same money or more.
Or more, yeah.
Yeah, you're making there's that crossover period. So, and a lot of the time it's you, as you say, you're looking at before I was giving quotes and stuff from my own pocket, thinking how I would spend the money, but really it's about their pocket, how they perceive what electrical or air conditioning work is worth. And most of the time, no, they don't know. They don't know what it is, and they are happy to pay if they get a good service. They're happy to pay for the service.
Yeah,
you know.
So
so that
first.
It's trying to get that. It's hard to get that mindset and take the You sort of taught me to take the person. Don't take it personally. Sort of. It's business.
Yeah. So Travis, I'd love to hear a little bit more, mate, about what you did in terms of getting your head around the financials and what you've managed to do in terms of your margins and stuff, improving that.
Yeah,
a lot of it's actually quite simple. You've just got to do it though.
Yeah, one thing was using that back costing Excel spreadsheet, but I think that out of everything I got out of profitable trading, I think that's my favorite thing, because you put everything in, and then if you're hitting your target at 35% or 40%, now they're moving it up to 40%, seeing that difference from that when we had the boot camp last week, just put it up 5%, put it to 40%, and they still accept it. People still take it, and that's see the difference, and that's the best thing I reckon for me. It's been doing every job, just calculate what you're doing. So right, this is the cost of the materials, this is the labor costs, this is how long it's going to take the guys, and there's the 40% profit, the gross profit margin, which you want to take every time.
Pricing for margin, not to win the work.
Yeah, and now because I don't struggle for work. Like work comes because people just ring you all the time, but it's just always been just get the profit. Don't have to do so many jobs. Don't run around. Yeah, why discount? I don't discount anymore.
Yeah, discounting's a dirty word for sure. It's not good, and it's a race for the bottom, eh? It's good for everyone if we price properly, because you deserve to make a great profit from working hard.
Yeah, 100%.
Reward for the risk you take. So, man, you've touched on it a few times, Travis. Just talk us through the mindset shifts that you've had to make over the last period of time to go from where you were to where you are now.
Well, one thing I was first off, I didn't know how much profit I was making first up till I sort of started, till you get your head around your numbers. And then I looked at it from a business perspective, instead of quoting and doing the jobs from how much I would think I would cost, but to what it should be cost and what it has to cost, instead of looking at it from my point of view, it's their point of view. So I took the personality out of it. It just, the feelings and all that, it's just business. You don't want it, you don't get it. That's how it is. There's someone else out there who want to pay that price and move on and get used to getting a few knockbacks. Before I was like, the customer was sort of, you always bend over for the customer. This is what it is. If it's going to be extra, you got to pay the extra. Yeah. And that's sort of the best things I think I've learned as well.
That's massive. Good stuff, man. So Travis, what advice would you have for other people who are sort of stuck with their business and want to make improvements, but are just really struggling to get on the front foot?
The one thing is first step is to work out your costings, I reckon. Just that little simple Excel spreadsheet, seeing well, how come you're not making any money, or why is it? You got to work out, get your profit. You got to get your profits right. Work out, get the profits right, get the money coming in, and then it's a stepping stone. Once you know where your costs are, what everything's at, I've seen this. All right, I'm going to make 40% on that job. I'm all right in that job. On this, just you sort of keep building from it. So start with the basics. Take it
and
right
that seems to really help with your confidence as well, because then you feel confident about investing back in the business and that it's actually really sustainable and can be profitable as well. So I think that seems to be quite a significant shift for you as well.
Yep. And then you end up with more money. You just end up with more money. It just makes things happier. Like, I'm pouring most of my money into this other house I'm building now. It's like, it's easy, and I'm still living, doing, and then I've got my other house starting as well. So it just makes life easier instead of trying to look for the money. You've got the money.
Yeah, I mean, money doesn't necessarily make you happy, but it makes everything a whole lot easier.
Makes it easier, yeah. It makes you feel better, but so it's good.
Yeah. Cool, man. Hey, you've done a great job. So well done to you, man. And just keep crushing it.